Okay, so here we are where we've left off. I'm actually just going to resume my game, and you can see we're in the science lab that's been created by my son. Like I said with this as well, I tried to actually do this in Minecraft. I was experimenting and playing, but it was beyond my knowledge. Like when you got someone that's got years in playing with Minecraft, like a lot of this stuff will come naturally to you guys. So there's chances are there's some of you students in the classroom that are going to know more than your teacher in regards to actually what Minecraft does. But the whole idea here is what we're trying to do is show you how STEM applications work in the real world. So little tricks, like I said, that are in here. For example, when I built the first world and I was actually doing this in the world, I was finding I was actually destroying the items that I've actually made. But little did you know, my son had a trick where he's put blocks underneath this where you're not allowed to destroy anything. So good luck trying to. The only things you'll be able to destroy are the things that you will be allowed to. Right, in our science lab, like I said, it's like a regular classroom. There are some blackboards up the back here that you can actually write on and things and take notes. You've got some cabinets for storage and things. But the main thing I want to look at are these 5 different tables. This first one here is an element table. So it's getting back to the very atomic components of objects in the creation of elements that we can use. This one here is a compound table where we get 2 or more elements together to form up a compound that we can actually use. Here we can do some brewing. Not going to go into the brewing, I'm going to leave that to you guys, but if your industry is to actually sell some form of potion or something like that, then you're more than welcome to actually do the research and find out how that's done. In this case here, we can use this table for reverse engineering. If we actually put an element on there, a product on there, it'll break it down to its basic elements so we can see how it's made. And this last one here is the real design tool up here. This is our crafting table where we take all of this science and put it together here in a final product. Okay, so let's have a look and see how this actually works. Right click, it actually opens up the table for you, and this one here is an element constructor. So here what we want to do, like if we actually know just from general knowledge, or you might have been watching The Water Boy where Adam Sandler goes, you know, that's some quality H2O. We know that water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen atoms, H2H1O. Okay, so where are we going to actually find that? What does that actually mean? How does this all come into reality? Need to do some research, and let's go back to our periodic table. So here you can see you've got a periodic table with all these numbers and things, and we need to start to employ this. So here, hydrogen, it's number 1 on the table, and that number 1 means there's 1 electron and 1 proton in its actual structure. So I'm going to come back. Let's try this out. 1 proton, 1 electron, and there we go. We've actually got hydrogen. So I'm just going to click on that. I'm just going to drag that down there. So that was a right click. If I left click on it, I get an actual larger number of them there that I can actually use. Coming back to my periodic table, oxygen is 8. So again, now that I know the number is 8, I can go to 8 protons and 8 electrons, and I'm starting to get water. However, at the moment, I still don't have anything. The reason is because there's actually some neutrons in oxygen. I'm just going to start clicking and adding these until I get oxygen. Okay, so again, click there, I've got some oxygen. So now I've got the makings of actual water. Right, great, created my elements. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the next table, which is the compound one. Click on that. Now, here in the compound creator, H2O is my formula. So if you don't actually know what that is, I've actually provided a formula sheet that you can download as well, so you can get some of these different elements too. So I'm going to pick up my hydrogen one, right click H2, and then I'm going to put my 1O, and there you go. I now have water. So now if I was actually creating that as a product, like, you know, it is a definite product. We all buy bottled water all the time. So you might actually do that as your actual industry, creating water and making it as a drink. If you wanted to go a little bit further and a little bit deeper in it, you might make a lemonade stand. So in your lemonade stand, you're going to have things like water, lemons, and sugar to make it nice and sweet. So you can see here now, all of a sudden, we're turning this real science into real products. Okay? Science into products. We're pinching all the work that science does to make it into a designer product, to make some money out of it in industry. That's what designers do. Okay, let's get out of this. Let's have a look and let's say I want to try and do something like a balloon. Now, if I'm actually going to do something like a balloon, I need to do a little bit of research first. I need to actually work out what it is I'm doing. Now, I know with a balloon, from my past experience, if I was having a birthday party, I'd go to a shop and they'd have a gas inside the balloon, which was called helium, which allowed it to float. Now, if I didn't know what that was, I could actually do a search on Google. What gas is in a balloon? Helium will actually crop up. So, again, I know that I actually need some helium. Right-click on my element table. Going to come back and check my periodic table. Sign for helium is He, and there it is there, number 2. So 2 elements, 2 protons. Let's get that in there. Oh, haven't got anything yet. Oh, there it is there. It's actually got 1 neutron in there as well. Click on that. Beautiful. So now I've got my gas that I can actually use on the balloon. Fantastic. Right, now I know that the outside of the balloon is actually constructed with latex. Now the formula for latex is actually carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen in the real world, but it's only such a real small part of nitrogen that they don't really think about that in the construction here. So for latex as a formula in Minecraft, you need to actually get carbon and hydrogen. Now, how do I know that? Again, Google search. So let's just go and let's have a look now. I'm going to take the word for it. Carbon, 6. 6. 6. And how many neutrons? There we go. 5 neutrons. I now have my carbon. Beautiful. The other part, hydrogen. We know hydrogen, we've already done it. We know that it's actually at 1. 1, 1, there we go. I've already got it down here anyway, so I don't need to know anymore. Right, have my helium. We use that straight as an element. We don't need to change it. However, we need to create the latex out of carbon and hydrogen. So now I'm going to combine that on my compound table. Right click. I'm going to pick up my carbon. And I know in my carbon I actually have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I'm going to pick up my helium. And in my helium, my formula says I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And should craft now into latex, but it doesn't. Let's just try one more thing. Come back here. You might actually need some nitrogen. Come in here, look at my formulas. Where is my nitrogen? And there it is there. 7 electrons, 7 protons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And add my neutrons. All right, so I'm going to get that in there. And let's just see if this actually works now on this compound table. The reason I'm actually having some trouble here is I'm finding that there's different types of Minecraft from around the world. And what they're actually doing is that they've actually got little formulas that they're using themselves, which are slightly different from the others. So here in this case, like I said, it's 4, 5, and then my nitrogen. Oh, hang on a second. Am I going crazy? There's the latex. I don't know what's going on here. All of a sudden I've created this here when before it didn't allow me. Crazy world, science has come through and worked for me. So there's my latex. I'm going to stick it down there now. Like I said, there's little quirks here, and there are quirks in science and there are quirks in design, but eventually it does actually come through. So now, in this case here, I have my helium, and I'm just going to move this up here. I have my helium and I have my latex, so now I can actually create a balloon that floats. Now, let me just come up here for a second, walking this way to the crafting table. I'm going to just quickly go to my inventory for 1 second. So by clicking the E tab here, what I actually need now, so my balloon doesn't fly away, I need a lead. Okay, and there's a lead there, so I'm just actually going to create that and drop that in there. Now at the moment, if I didn't add colour to this because it's a white substance, I'm going to find that it's actually just going to be a white balloon. So I'm actually going to just go dye, and here I've got a nice cyan dye. I'm just going to click that there. And then this one here is a lime green dye. And this one here is a magenta dye. Look at that. Okay, so now if I add these in the correct proportions, I should be able to get different coloured balloons. So let me get out of this again. Right click on my crafting table. So I'm going to actually grab my latex. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I want the latex around the outside. Here the helium I want in the middle. Oh, I want 64 helium. My goodness. Could you imagine that? That'd carry everything away. Right, 1 helium. Now in this case here, I'm going to actually make a blue balloon. I'm going to put my lead on there. And there we go. I've now created a balloon. So I've actually got a whole industry now where I can actually create things. So I've got that there. Let's just get this out of here for 1 second. Get that out of there for 1 second. Say for example, I now want to actually create green balloons. Again, I pick up this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get my helium again. Oh, where's my helium? Helium. Hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon. Oh, I've run out of helium. Oh, there it is. Click on the helium. And this time I'm going to get a green colour. And then I'm going to get my lead. So you can see how it's actually going on here now. I've actually got some balloons. All right, so there you go. I've now got a balloon. I can actually turn that into, I can open up a party shop, or I can actually do all sorts of things with it. Let's just run out here and see what I can actually do with my balloons. All right, I'm going to just go out into the world. What have we got in this world here? Oh, there we go. Let's just drop down, have a look and see what animals we can actually play with. Oh, there's a chicken. Oh, I like chickens. And you know what? I'm just going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number 8 is my balloon. Walk over here. Mr. Chicken. Oh, let me give you a balloon. Oh, give you a balloon. There you go. There he goes. Sorry, shouldn't have done that. But chickens, they deserve that sort of thing. Okay, so you can see there, coming back to the real world of this, I now actually have a situation where I have used elements to get the basic structures of this, of the work that I'm actually doing. From there, I've been able to, sorry, I just got to catch another chicken. No, got to get a bit closer. Oh. Sorry, I shouldn't. Okay, coming back to the real world. Elements, I've created those. I've then turned them into compounds. I've then used a crafting table to actually put them together so I can get little products like this, like in my balloons, so that I can then start to have fun and create an industry for them. Guys, I'm going to leave you here while I'm hunting animals to make them look. They're even running away from me now. I'm going to just, oh, there's one, I'll get in. I'm going to leave you at this moment because I'm having too much fun here and I'm going to get in trouble. Bye, chicken. Bye, people.